Hi friends, strangers, internet. I am back today with a super fun video. A super exciting video. Do I say that every time I start a video? Sorry, I'll try to use my thesaurus a little bit more often. Today, I'm doing something that I never thought I would get a chance to do, and that is a full face of first impressions of Japanese makeup products that are the greatest of all time, or the GOATs. This video is in, I guess, collaboration with strawberryloli or Ren. I would say more like Ren has been my makeup sugar mama for this video. I probably just raved about her in my last video. She has become a pretty awesome friend of mine and a little bit of a YouTube support. She wanted to send me a box of all of her favorite Japanese makeup products. When she mentioned that she wanted to do that, I was just like, of course, yes, I'll take a box of amazing makeup items and do a video about it and let you know my thoughts. She is uploading a video today as well in our little collab, and it's gonna be more Japanese drugstore finds. So I've had these makeup items for, I think it's been about 2 weeks now, and I've just been trying to find the right time where I could record. So I've had them all tucked away in a very fancy plastic container. Ren even included some adorable little notes on certain items. She sent me an Ursula's Dungeons like post-it. Does she know me that well already, or is she just a perfect human being? I don't know. So she did send just about a full face of makeup, and I'm just going to put them on my face. So the first step of the face will be foundation. This is the Kate Powdery Skin Maker foundation. I've heard Ren mention this on her channel quite a few times about how much she likes this foundation. Oh, and she included a note to shake it up before use. I don't wear a lot of traditional foundations in my day-to-day life, but I felt like if I was going to try another foundation anytime soon, getting it as a recommendation, greatest of all time, that's the kind of foundation I want to try. So I have a nice damp Paw sponge from Shop Miss A. I ended up doing what was probably about a pump and a half. Also, if you notice any discoloration on my eyes, that is the actual case. They are pink from the last video's eye look. I feel like I might have gotten more on my sponge than on my face and in my hair. So we're gonna do one more pump. And focus this on the center of the face.
One eternity later.
It's a really nice color match. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on the under eyes and set the face. Be right back. Okay, so I did some of my normal steps. I have a beautiful peachy looking blush from Daiso. I am a sucker for blush, and I think that there are some really good affordable brands out there doing blush. It's a pretty color. The texture of the blush feels nice. It's not too dry. It's not too creamy. I'm gonna dip in. When I first put on the blush, I put the color down here first, and it definitely went on a little bit strong. With a little bit of motions, it's blending out. And any harsh line you see here, I can probably buff it out at the end of the face routine. And you can see with that cheek, I went in a little bit more balanced and the color dispersed beautifully. I do really enjoy this color. I feel like this could be considered like a true peach. It's not too orange. It's not too pink. It's definitely a matte blush, but it doesn't look dry or chalky on my face. I love the fairly thin and compact case. And even though acrylic can feel a little cheap, you can see the color. You never question what you're reaching for. So great little budget blush. Okay, so this Cezanne Pearl Glow highlighter in 01. Most people won't be applying highlighter directly with their finger, but I'm gonna go in and just see what it feels like. Ooh. That's it right there. Okay, using my favorite highlighter brush. This is going to be one of those highlights that's hard to put down and stop applying to my face, because I feel like in these thinner layers, it's giving me that shiny, like wet look effect. And then where I've built it up a little bit heavier right here, it's actually giving me the light with the white color in it to lift my cheekbones, which I sometimes struggle finding highlighters that are light enough for me. This packaging does feel pretty flimsy like the blush, but the product inside is beautiful. So I have no major complaints. I'm going to buff my face with one of my finishing powders. I'll be back for more fun times. So we have a few eye products to play with. I have a Whomee brand eyeliner. It's their Deeper liner. Sure, Whomee, Deeper, okay. And it's in the color Cinnamon. The box was gorgeous, of course. And the packaging is, you know, beautiful millennial pink with the Heart Whomee logo. Okay, it has a smudgy sponge tip on one end. So it's called Cinnamon, but it looks like it's a coppery, shiny color. My only concern is when I open this up for the first time, the actual pencil part kind of jumped out of the packaging and back in, so I just have to keep that in mind while I'm working with it. I'm not going to use this yet, but we'll come back to it. I'm pretty excited for this one. This is the Sweet Sweets Shimmering Eye Gloss, and I'm pretty sure it's something that dries down and does not stay like tacky glossy. Rin actually has a video about these, I believe. I'll put it in the cards. It definitely has a shine to it. It also has a slightly moussey texture. I've been really feeling like just a shiny, like a full shiny eye moment. So I'm gonna try that with this. So for this eye, I'm going to go in with my finger to kind of tap everything out. So mostly the edges I want to tap out. And then if it feels too thick on the lid, actually I'm just gonna tap over everything. And once this dries down, I'll do a test of layering it and see how it goes. With just one thin layer though, with that technique, you do get that shine across the eye, but you don't get the full impact that you're seeing here. I personally feel like I had more control with my fingers, but it's really good to know that you could use a brush. I'm going to go in with another coat. So for this second application, I am focusing it on the lid. And I'm just blending up and out into the existing shadow. I'm also dragging some underneath the eye, just what's left over on the brush. So what I expected to happen basically happened. In terms of layering this product, you can layer it, but if you have hooded eyes like me, I don't think you're going to have a great result layering it too much. I do feel like I got a little bit more impact on this eye now. There's a lot of liquid shadows, not liquid glitters, but the liquid shadows do the same thing for me. There's just not enough time and space for it to dry on the lid before it gets creased and crinkly looking. So it's gonna look better as a sheer wash of glossy shine than it would if you were trying to build it up. But I have been loving the all over shiny lid thing, so I'm into that. If I'm not feeling a heavy or colorful eyeshadow, that's probably going to be my go-to option. Again, another thing I'm excited to play around with. Since I have this copper eyeliner, I will go in. Let's put it on our lower waterline and just see what happens. That's like my ultimate test, so let's just start there. Sometimes if I have just this eyeliner there with nothing on top, I like to just wing it up a little bit. You're not making a full wing up top, you're just winging it on the bottom. That's pretty. The size of the pencil itself going into my waterline itself is a little big. It's a little bit big, but it's not a sharp formula. It's a soft formula, so it's not uncomfortable in that way. Okay, a little copper waterline. Okay, so I'm so excited about this. This is tubing mascara, which is, I believe tubing mascaras are very, very popular there. So tubing mascaras, I remember hearing about them when Blink either first launched their tubing mascara or first became popular in Sephora. I was super into them, like when I was not spending a lot of money on other things, I was spending money on tubing mascara. And then it became harder to find them, and I just started wearing waterproof mascaras instead. Up until I discovered the Glossier Lash Slick, probably about 6 or 8 months ago. Before that, I was basically in a committed relationship with waterproof mascara. Almost every formula of non-waterproof mascara smudges on my lower lash line or on my upper lid because I have such small eyes that it tends to touch up there. So I'm very, very happy to return to a tubing mascara and see how it works for me. So this is the Heroine Make Advanced Film Tubing Mascara. Gorgeous packaging again. I love this fade. Give me like a ombre fade in any kind of situation and I'm happy. Oh, it's a tiny, tiny brush. That makes me so happy. This makes me so happy. I feel like so many mascara brushes are so big or curved or hourglass, and a small wand is really what I need to be able to get into my lashes with the least amount of transfer onto my lid. There was a while when I was using the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara on all of my lashes because that little brush was just so much easier to work with. I'm amazed. I do think this is one of the first brushes in a really long time that I actually can feel myself being able to comb through my lashes without the brush either having way too much product on it or being way too big or a weird shape. This is one coat. They look very, very natural. I'm gonna go back in with a second coat. I can't remember if tubing mascaras build well or not. I really like how that built up. So for me, I am happy to have like a natural lash. I have such a small eye area that I don't really want big, thick lashes that are gonna cover everything up. I want it to clean the lash, meaning getting any shadow that's fallen on there off, turn them from brown to black and last. And this kind of like wispy, little bit of length and a little bit of volume, I'm so excited to see how this holds up today. and moving forward. So the last thing up is a lip product. This is the BE1 Lasting Gloss Lip. More gorgeous packaging, loving it. Beautiful like beveled shape. Yeah, beautiful beveled shape. I'll make the joke and shade that everyone is making. No hairs, no trypophobia inducing holes. No, looks pristine. But really, it looks gorgeous, and we're gonna put it on. That is super natural. So it does feel a little slippy. Sometimes formulas that feel this way can dry out my lips worse than they were before, and sometimes they don't. So I'll have to see how it holds up for me over repeated use. But one thing I can already tell that I really like about this formula, so I went in and put like 3 coats of this on, and whatever color is in there, it doesn't bunch up or create like almost like lines of pigment. It feels movable on the lips, but it's not like shifting the color. It's just slippery. Depending on how this makes my lips feel over time, this may become a go-to purse lip product. I am by no means any kind of expert or even baby expert at Japanese beauty, but I feel like from what I know, the products that she picked out kind of perfectly put together a look that seems pretty popular for the population in Japan. Again, I don't know anything. I know nothing, Jon Snow, but I do think that she both made a really beautiful look and also gave me a nice mix of formulas, textures, and things to try out. I see a common theme of like sheer things, buildable things, but nothing gets super opaque, and I'm super happy to have these in my collection. Rin, it was just a beautiful, beautiful gift for you to send me this lovely thought out collection of your favorite makeup items, and all your support is so kind and so appreciated. If you don't know Rin, if you haven't watched any of her videos, please go check out her channel. I love watching her talk about makeup, even though I'm not in Japan and I don't have easy access to Japanese makeup, except now I have Rin, so that's different. But I still really enjoy watching her talk about Japanese makeup brands. She does fun looks, testing out new palettes, talking about shit that's going on in the community, and kind of giving criticism, throwing in some not American-centric, white-centric perspectives on things, which has been very, very informative and helpful for me in how I look at different things that pop up in the community. I think she has important shit to say that people need to hear. I consider her a friend, but I also think that she is killing the YouTube game and she deserves more eyes on her videos and more engagement and support. I love exploring new makeup, trying out new things, and I hope that I can do more stuff like this sprinkled throughout my channel. If you enjoyed, let me know, or if you didn't enjoy it, or you feel like some information was missing or anything like that, feel free to leave your thoughts and critiques in the comments below. I would love to have you join my little YouTube family over here by subscribing. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Nomnivorous. That's omnivorous but with an N in front, because I do food and makeup and all kinds of cool shit. And thank you for spending a bit of your day with me. I hope to see you again real soon. Bye, friends.